Welcome back. This is part 4 of how to actually change. In this episode, you're going to learn the 2 most important mental practices that you can apply to your life today and you can actually change your life. Let's get straight to it. So the book I'm going to be talking about is a book called Psychocybernetics. I did touch on this slightly in the first video. If you haven't read this book, I highly recommend it. In my opinion, it's the best book out there. And there's other practices in there which are useful as well, but I've took the 2 main ones which I've personally experienced to be the best. So it's by a man called Dr. Maxwell Maltz, and Dr. Maxwell Maltz, he was a plastic surgeon. He was best known for his concept of self-image psychology, which we'll get to, and he was a speaker in the personal development space. His book sold over 10 million copies worldwide, and still to this day is treated as one of the best self-help books, and again, in my opinion, is the best self-help book. His book was created, I think, in the 60s, so it's been around for a long time. There's a lot of gems in there. So his turning point was essentially that he noticed something interesting, and that was that some people, after surgery, became happier, and some people were just as insecure even though the operation was perfect. He also noticed as well, where some people would have the tiniest defects, slight bridge on their nose, he would change it and their whole personality would change, even though the changes weren't visibly noticeable. What he came to notice was that the problem was never external. It was never the face. It was the self-image in the mind. His core belief was basically that the brain works as a goal-seeking machine. Once you give it a clear image and target, it will lock onto that target and it will draw itself there. And your behavior, your emotions, your habits will automatically align to that image. So you basically become someone internally, and as a result, externally, you automatically follow. So if your self-image is negative, you will unconsciously act to prove it right. And if you build a positive self-image, you will unlock new levels of performance and confidence. This explains as well when people say, oh, why does this always happen to me? Why do I always attract this person? Unconsciously, they are attracting it themselves. So it's important to actually go within and to deal with the self-image if you want to stop a certain behavior, a certain person coming back into your life, etc. So what is the self-image? The self-image acts as a blueprint that your brain uses to steer habits, emotions, and performance to whatever image you hold. So the practices, the 2 practices, mental movie and mental rehearsal. Pretty much the same, slight difference. So the mental movie, basically you want to sit upright in a comfortable position, not like this, not in your bed laying down. You want to be sat upright, your spine wants to be straight. Turn your attention inwards. What I like to do is I like to see myself in my mind sitting in a movie theatre, and then I see a big screen in front of me, and there's 3, 2, 1, counts down, and it starts the movie. So visually, you want to see yourself acting like a movie, acting out how you wish, how you want to become. This is how you build your internal self-image. You want to give the movie as much detail as possible. You want to feel sensations. You want to smell smells, feel the sunlight on your skin, whatever it may be. You want as much detail as you possibly can. You want to do this for 15 minutes a day. So if I was to give you an example, if you're someone who constantly skips the gym because you go home after work and you smoke weed and you don't go to the gym, and you know you should be, but you just can't bring yourself to do it. You just choose the path of least resistance every single time. A way you can do this is you can sit with yourself in the mental movie. You can see yourself coming back from work every single day. And instead of going upstairs and smoking weed, you can instead see yourself grabbing your gym bag and going to the gym, working out in the gym. You can see yourself with your top off. You have a physique that you're proud of, and you can experience the feelings. Another thing you want to do as well while you're doing the mental movie is you want to repeat positive affirmations to yourself. I am healthy. I am disciplined. I am motivated, whatever it may be. So you can do this, and you want to do it every single day. The best time to do it would be in the morning. It sets your day up perfectly. So start with 10 minutes, build up to 15 minutes. If you can do 15 minutes, great. But if you have no experience with meditation or sitting still, then 15 minutes might be a bit of a struggle for you. So mental rehearsal. Mental rehearsal is very similar, but it's got a slight difference, as you'll see. Again, sit, spine straight, comfortable position. Turn your attention inwards. Again, do the movie 3, 2, 1 on the big screen. Visually see yourself rehearsing something. So it could be, you could have a job where you have to do presentations and you have to talk in front of crowds and you don't like talking in front of people. What you can do is you can rehearse yourself. You can rehearse yourself talking in front of people with confidence, with 100% confidence, and you can really feel how it feels to do this to the best of your ability. Again, as much detail as possible. You want to be able to smell, feel your shoes on your feet, whatever it may be, absolutely everything. Almost like you are there in your mind. You don't want it to be vague. You don't want it to be black and white. You want it to be as real as possible. Again, do this for 15 minutes a day. My recommendation would be to do this one at night time before bed. The reason for that is because it will embed into your subconscious a lot better than it will in the morning. And also it's good to split the two apart. So why does this work? This works because it changes the self-image. The self-image, as I say, is the blueprint. That blueprint is what guides your life. If you can change that internally, then your actions, your behaviors, your habits, emotions, they will just follow automatically. You won't have this external struggle where you're trying to be this person. You will automatically align as this person. But the key is you have to be consistent. It isn't going to work just after one session. You have to do this for at least 21 days consistently. And it's something you have to do every day until it becomes embedded in your mind, until your self-image is a healthy self-image and not a negative self-image. So the self-image acts as an invisible guide, as I basically just said. And the brain can't actually tell the difference between what's real and what's fake. There's interesting videos you can actually see online. I can link them down below. Instead of relying on willpower, you upgrade your internal story. So your internal story upgrades, your self-image is positive, and as a result, your actions become easier. You just fall in line. You just become that person externally because you already are that person internally. The law of attraction does talk about this stuff, but it talks about it in a very woo-woo way where it's like, okay, you just need to believe and you just need to write down affirmations and say, I am disciplined, I am motivated, I am sober from drugs. But that doesn't work because you're missing the key part, and the key part is to align your self-image and to build a positive self-image. Align that with your habits. If you tell yourself every single day, I am a millionaire, I am rich, I am disciplined, but you're still going home, you're still smoking weed, you're still ashamed of yourself, you're still fat, you're not changing anything. The only thing you've changed is a bit of delusion in the morning. Like that isn't real change. You need to change yourself internally and then you need to do it externally, and then you will just become that person. So remember this, your self-image sets the ceiling for your results. So change the picture in your mind and your behavior will follow, like I've been preaching already. These practices are very powerful and I've used them myself. They are very good. I recommend them to anybody. If you really want to change, have some consistency. I'll link my habit tracker down below to make sure you get consistency with these habits. If you need help with setting up systems and you need someone to keep you accountable to become the man you want to become, then look in my bio. My coaching link is in there below. My email is also there if you want to reach out, talk on a call. If you want more detail on my coaching, hit me up. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. This pushes my stuff out to the algorithm. Thank you for watching.